Uh, gosh. This deck has a lot of removal spells, but it's really slow, and I've got Tectonic Giant, so I think I want to be on the play. It's a tough one, though. I think being on the draw is right a lot of the time. I just can't risk my opponent being a Boros deck and getting run over. Got the Dreamstalker, Manticore, Omen of the Forge, Wombo combo. We do have some pretty good sideboard options if our opponent's like a removal deck, because we do have the Starlit Mantles. Like, we can easily go into a different sort of deck. Like, we can take out a lot of the red. Go, like, Dimir splashing red instead if our opponent has a ton of removal. Because we can board in, like, Aspect, Thirst for Meaning, Starlit Mantles, Witness of Tomorrows. Just go, like, a blue-black splashing red. Because we wouldn't need the, Erosa's Blessings. Now, I understand what I could do is I could, on their upkeep, Omen of the Forge, deal one of this into their face. However, that's really risky, because if they have some sort of, like, +2/+2, then they can save their creature and make it a 4/4, so it's not worth the risk. The opportunity cost is just too high for 2 damage. It would suck if they have a flash creature that they can flash in. I'm not sure there is one in white, green, black. I'm aware of the play that I could have made, and it is just not worth the risk. So now we have the option of either Final Deathing or Peripherist's Intervention. I think it's better, because I need to do it so they don't draw 2 cards, so I need to kill this. I think it's going to be better to use the Intervention. Obviously, I could Intervention their face, but I don't think it's going to be necessary this game. Deals twice X damage to target creature. I think at the end of the day, it would rather you to have like a sorcery speed kill target creature or an instant speed kill target creature, especially when I have a Dreamstalker Manticore out. It's probably better to just have the Final Death in hand. That's fine. We've got a. I'm gonna say we have a Shimmering Chimera with our Omen of the Forge, but is Archon? Yep. We've got Final Death for you, friend. So, that's another reason why we kept Final Death over Peripherous Intervention. As you can see, the Exile effect is more important. So I do have a second Final Death in my deck. But I wonder if I just want to do 3 damage to their Nugget. Probably not. I know, it's almost never right to do that, I think. So I have a stop on my beginning of combat and attack step. Okay, so we're going to see if we hit the second Final Death off this. We have Final Death or Omen of the Dead. Wow. I want them both. The Omen of the Dead is so good with the Shimmering Chimera, but I don't have any creatures yet. If I had any creatures in my graveyard, I'd take the Omen. Oh, they actually needed the gold token to cast it as a double white. That's interesting. Oh, they have Elspeth Conqueror's Death. A bomb rare. Alright, so I actually am gonna Final Death this. I guess I could attack first, although I can't. I don't think I can hit anything that matters. I'm gonna deal 3 to the face here. So I don't have to actually hit their... So I don't actually have to hit their face next turn for this to be lethal. I just have to attack them. And they can't target it because they're at 3 life. Oh, they've got the combo. Nice. Nice. It's a big combo. Big combos. Oh, they don't have a second white. Not yet. That's interesting. That is interesting. Dealing 3 to their face here because if I attack again, I can open their face. Yeah, observing that I just commented earlier how they needed the second white. There's no reason to show them the second of the forge if the onboard kills them. I'm gonna wait. They can't target Tectonic Giant with the spell because the ability will kill them. Yep. Okay. So they have Elspeth Conquers Death, which I don't really have anything for. But they got it, then active aspect of Lamprey would be the card that I would most want against that. Our Omen of the Dead is somewhat suspect, but we don't, I mean, Shimmering Chimera is just, I think, too good with it to not play. Our Entrancing Liar is obviously bad against Elspeth Conqueror's Death. They've got the combo of Elspeth Conqueror's Death and that 3/4. So graveyard removal would be good. So Binding the Titans would in theory be decent against them. If I can exile it from their graveyard. Damaging Harpy could exile it. But that's like a long con right there. I guess they have Archon of the Falling Stars as well, so like the Harpy could be okay. A pretty long con. It might be better than Slaughter Priest. Slaughter Priest on the draw, maybe? But they have the Chain Whip Arachnir, so this is kind of bad, right? I don't want to play this against Chain Whip Arachnir. It's just too bad. I think we're just going to have to deal with it. The Slaughter Priest is suspect for sure. But I didn't... the gold token is an artifact. I don't think I saw anything else for it, though. I was going to have to deal with it, I guess. One thing we need to note is that we probably need to have an opening hand that deals with a Rowan Games. So like a Mogi's Favor, or Over the Forge, or Perfos Intervention in the opening 7 would be strong. Because turn 3 Rowan Games is the easiest way for us to lose. Alright, we have an Intervention in the opener, so we can keep this a decent one. We also have all of our colors of mana. Did they mull? They mulliganed to 5. Good opener. Well, we got half the combo with Shimmering Chimera and the discard. If we go draw the Omen of the Dead, then we can get going. Yep, there's the Rowan Games I was talking about. Oh, this is the easiest way for me to lose the game, so that's how important it is. I had an opening hand that could deal with it. So if they have the 3 mana 1/1s, oh, okay. About to say, if they had upkeep, they could White Omen and put 3 counters on it, or draw step even. So that could have been a decent play. They might have a final death. Looks like they might have a final death. Because I think they might have a final death, I don't think I want to play Witness. I think I want to play the 2 crappier creatures instead. Oh, they didn't have final death. Okay. Oh, it was a 3/4? The rebuy? Okay, that's good. Good for them. With the Warp Warrior's Blessing, okay. That's definitely good. Gonna see the power of this Dream Shaper Shaman, I guess. I've actually never seen it activate. Well. Oh, here we are. I've still never seen it activate. That's 7 for 7, I think. On it never activating. I'm not gonna be scrying on the upkeep, I think, on Witness to Tomorrow is because most of my deck cost 4. Like, most of the impactful cards that I'd want to keep cost 4. Two Erosa's Blessings, the Oracle of Half-Truths. I have 2 Final Deaths as well that I'd want to draw. Use. So I'm just gonna do that, I guess. If I draw a land, I actually want to use this for 3. Or potentially 4 and use this, so. Destiny Smitter and Temple of Malice. Good hits, I guess. But they're not going to be playing them, right? Because they have their own games they want to play. I mean, I guess they can play the Temple. Go find the bottom. Untap this. Just want the Bloodless one on the flyer and just remove this blocker. Why we didn't scry in the upkeep. So we do have 2 Omen of the Forges in our deck, so them knocking them to 1 is a pretty decent thing to be doing. They can make a blocker with this. I'm not gonna untap. Then I was going to have played a land earlier to get over to 7 lands. So if I draw an 8th land, I can scry twice. I actually didn't even think about it at the time. But in retrospect, it's obvious. So this will knock them to 1. We do have 2 Omen of the Forges, and we got 2 Scries, and a Tectonic Giant as well, which is not exactly lethal, because they could have, like, an Elspeth Conqueror's Death to remove it, which doesn't trigger the ability, but it'll be close. Elspeth Conqueror's House, they probably drew it. No, Archon, can't be countered. Okay, well, we're not countering it, so that's okay. It is a flying blocker, so we do need to... I guess we have an Entrancing Lyre to tap it, so it doesn't actually matter. I guess we keep this. Ah! Well, it's that double red for that. So if they have a pump spell, they could pump out of this. And if they do, then I just play Tachana and pass. They've only got 4 mana, so they can't have a Final Death doesn't do it. Okay. Stormwrath would have been pretty bad. I mean, it has a ton of, like... Normally this isn't a bad card, but this board state would have been pretty bad. So we would have scryed this to the bottom. And scryed this to the bottom, drawn this, and then so I had 2 returns after that, in case they have something to do with both of these.